Hello there guys, what is going on? I'm the CHALL, your main channel coverage for football and basketball combined, and today Timo Werner is set to join Chelsea. What is going on guys? I'm the CHALL and welcome back to another video. Now today, it's been a while since we've uploaded on this channel, but I want to get back, get fully refreshed, and I had some other stuff to do with the Coast to Chal channel, so make sure you go check that out. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. But today's video, or today's first of many videos, is all about Timo Werner and his agreement, according to reports, to join Chelsea. Now, of course, Liverpool, the Premier League or soon-to-be Premier League champions, were interested in the player. However, it looks like they weren't allowed, or they weren't going to play the release clause, and Chelsea are now stepping in. And they're paying it, and they're paying him the wage as well, according to reports recently. So let's have a look at the stats on this via Sky Sports, and we're going to take a look at how this deal could impact who wins the Premier League title next season. So according to Sky Sports, Chelsea have agreed a deal in principle to sign Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. The German international striker has a €55 million or £49.4 million release clause which expires on Monday, June 15th. Chelsea have offered a $200,000 a week contract to Werner, who is also interested by Liverpool and Manchester United. He's publicly indicated that his preference to Premier League leaders Liverpool, but they were unwilling to play the release clause in the current climate. That allowed Chelsea to move in for their number one forward target, and the 24-year-old is happy to play for Frank Lampard's side. His priority has always been to sign for a Champions League club where he can play regularly. Timo Werner is set to join Hakim Ziyech, who is joining from Ajax for £33 million on July the 1st, as new additions at Stamford Bridge this summer following the transfer ban lifted by FIFA in December last year. Chelsea were unable to sign players from last year and opted not to bring any acquisitions in January, instead focusing on their main targets this summer. The club are also interested in bringing a new left back, with Leicester's Ben Chilwell their number one target. Sky Sports' Nick Wright said Werner's name has long been linked with Liverpool, but they were not the only Premier League club said to be monitoring him. It's hardly surprising that he's a player in demand. Over the course of the last 4 years with RB Leipzig, the 24-year-old has established himself as one of the most exciting young players in the Bundesliga. The season has been his best yet, with 31 goals scored in 40 games so far, taking his overall total from RB Leipzig to 92 in 154 appearances. For the German national side, he boasts a total of 11 goals in 29 games. His RB Leipzig tally for the season includes 4 goals in the Champions League, one of which came during Leipzig's 1-0 win at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in February. The majority of Werner's goals have come from the central striker position this season, but he's tactically flexible. RB Leipzig have used 9 different formations in the Bundesliga this season, and he's also a comfortable player in wide positions, particularly when cutting inside from the left. Another factor in Werner's favour is his age. The forward has already amassed close to 300 senior appearances since making his professional debut for Stuttgart in 2013. But he only turned 24 in March. Sky Sports' Alan McInally said he was a really good player, and £50 million in the world of football nowadays is as good as price you're going to get for a player who has so much potential. What he has is versatility, but he doesn't just play through the middle, he can play in a wide area and cut in. He was playing as an out-and-out centre-forward in Stuttgart, and it was only under Julian Nagelsmann at Leipzig where he was put out wide in a game against Bayern Munich to try and counter Bayern's wide players. Very quick, and showed his ability and versatility from there. Chelsea have some really good young players, but I don't see a problem with him coming in. I thought he'd end up at Liverpool given the German connection, but it'll be a case of who Chelsea look to play alongside him. So that, my friends, was the recent reports detailing Werner's transfer to Chelsea. Now I'm going to share my thoughts on this, and I think, judging by my excitement, you already know what it is. Now, I'm not a Chelsea fan, don't get me wrong, I'm completely neutral in this situation, but I think Chelsea have got themselves an absolute bargain here with Werner. £50 million, like the report said, and like the journalist said, £50 million is not a high price. I personally feel like £50 million is an absolute bargain in nowadays market. And I think that Timo Werner is going to fit right in. Now, obviously, in terms of Chelsea's attacking options, in terms of the striking options, the main focus has been Tammy Abraham, but I think he needs time to develop a bit more. So they need a more world-class danger threat up front, and I think Timo Werner really fits the bill. Same with the attacking midfield. I think you need an attacking midfielder with some experience that's going to lead that midfield into next season, and Hakim Ziyech fits the bill. Speaking about the left-back position, that's something they need to fill. Yes, Marcos Alonso is a good player, however, he's getting on a bit in terms of age, so they need someone a bit younger. Chilwell from Leicester, he's the number one target. If they don't get him, who else is in the market? And I probably will do a separate video on who should be Chelsea's new left-back if they decide to get a new one. But staying on topic with Werner, I think he's a good world-class attacking threat. And speaking about his versatility there, we got to remember a few years ago when he was playing at Stuttgart and, the days of when he was, young and in the teenage years, he was mainly considered to be a left midfielder. So we know he can play on the wide midfield and the wings, with the left side especially, as well as striker. So Frank Lampard has a very good, versatile, world-class attacking player on his hands. Like Ziyech, he's a centre attacking midfielder. He can play as a centre midfielder if they want to play him deeper, but he can sort of play as like a advanced playmaker in the deep midfield. It could play on the wings if you wanted to. So you've got two versatile, world-class attacking options. And I'm going to say it right now, I think Lampard's side could be very, very dangerous next season. I think with Werner coming in, I think with Ziyech coming in, I think with Chilwell potentially coming in, or a new left-back, I think you've got a very, very strong side. And I think they've got the players necessary to replace Hazard properly, and also they've got the right players and the right youth setup to be a dangerous side for years and years to come. And I think Frank Lampard is going to do very, very well with this club. I think that just because he's a legendary player, I think, immediately people think, oh, he might not be a good manager because he doesn't have the experience. I tell you what, Lampard last season had Chelsea running like clockwork, absolutely like clockwork. They've got the young players for the future. They've got the world-class experienced players. They've got young players for the first team right now. They've got a setup that could last them 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. I think Lampard, and this might be a huge statement to make, but I think slowly but surely, Frank Lampard will become the Alex Ferguson of Chelsea. He will be their long-standing manager for 15, 20 years, and I think he's going to win them title after title after title after title if they keep sticking to that formula. A great youth setup, keep bringing in the youth, keep bringing in world-class, younger, experienced players for the first team. Keep going through that formula that they're going through, especially since they lifted the transfer ban in December. Keep going through that formula and you have the Alex Ferguson of Chelsea, and Chelsea could be the dominant side for the next 15, 20 years. Whether it be Premier League titles, FA Cups, EFL Cups, Champions Leagues, maybe the odd Europa League if they had a bad season, but I think it'll just be Champions Leagues they're going to fight for the next 15 years. Chelsea are going to be a very dangerous side if they can keep hold of their first team players now and they keep bringing in the youth that's going to excite the squad for years to come. So I think Lampard is going to be, like I said, I'm going to reiterate that statement. Lampard will be the Alex Ferguson of Chelsea Football Club. And I think that because he's a former player, he knows the club inside out, he's got a great setup right there, and I personally believe he will be a great manager for years to come. So I think he's going to have that Ferguson type era where it's literally glory after glory after glory. There may be a couple of seasons in there where, they may have underperformed compared to recent years. Man United fans can admit Alex Ferguson didn't always have a perfect season. Losing the title to City on the last day on goal difference. It was a great season, but not a good end. But they made up for it the following season in Ferguson's last year. There was a couple of years where there was no glory, back-to-back years. And then we went on an absolute glory run. So there will be times when Chelsea may not have their glory season. However, like I said, Ferguson will be the Alex Ferguson of Chelsea. I think they're going to go on a massive run. And I think that Lampard will be the next Ferguson, in my opinion. So whether we're going to enter that era again of long-term managers, it's very hard to see. I think in terms of looking at the managers now, I think you could see Lampard being a long-term manager at Chelsea, Nuno, I think he could be a long-term manager at Wolves. I think if Wolves keep achieving Europa League finishes and trying to get up to the top 4, top 5, I think that he'll stay at Wolves because they've got the club exactly where he wants them to be. Chris Wilder at Sheffield United, that's another long-term manager in my opinion. Pep Guardiola maybe could be a long-term at Man City, but it depends if he wants to move on in a couple of years to another club and try out a new challenge, especially with the Man City Champions League ban and the European competition ban for the next 2 years. So that may hinder whether he stays at City or not. So it's going to be very interesting to keep eyes on this, but Chelsea could be a very exciting club. So thank you very much guys for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe for more football and basketball content combined. And for now guys, I am the CHALL. Thank you very much. Goodbye.